this is Full Game Prometheus, the only YouTuber that actually shows you full games of all the tips and schemes I post to my channel. I show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Alright, so guys, I want to go ahead and jump into another formation out of the gun Trey playbook. Basically, this playbook is going to be something we're going to go ahead and break down. What caught my attention in this particular playbook is one particular play that which caught my attention is the play action wide receiver screen. And the only reason this caught my attention is primarily because we've got three different blockers going for a wide receiver screen, but if you look on the back side, I have a slant. There's not a lot of slants on screen plays for wide receivers, and what's great about that slant on the back side, this actually provides you a man read that you attack your opponent. So I'm going to help you guys make some progressions now. I also call it a couple other plays in this formation, which is going to be the flanker dig, is going to be one of the other plays to play at the very top. That's actually a good way to attack your opponent off the right hand side. And then I was actually I stumbled upon a YouTube video which was talked about the gun tray open offset and actually broke down reads on this. And this is actually from an old YouTuber, a guy actually been producing Madden content for a long time. His name is Mr. Smith. This guy's actually been producing videos, doing tips for the longest time. I think he's restarting a channel, so I'm going to put a link down in his channel. I definitely recommend you guys subscribe to him. If you like my content, you're going to love his content. This guy actually did a phenomenal breakdown of strong curl, which is a quick hike play. Basically, you're going to run it stock. You're not going to go ahead and make any kind of adjustments. And this is basically a play that you can abuse your opponent with. And I just jumped into the game and actually followed what he was talking about. It was something that was very easy. So I'll show that in the scheme too. And then some of the adjustments I do with flanker dig. This does come with a nice little outside run, which is going to be the 56 trap. So because your audible is an inside run, which is an inside zone, this is a good complement to it. So let's just going to go ahead and show you 4 different plays, which is going to be the 56 trap, the play action, wide receiver screen, flanker dig, and the strong curl, and we're just going to build a scheme around that. So let's go ahead and jump into this scheme right now. Alright, so basically with the 56 trap, you've got that guard that's going to be pulling, and he's going to be taking away the edge defender. And what you want to do is you just want to cut the ball up inside of that pulling guard, and that's the key to this particular play. Occasionally you're going to get a defender that's actually going to go into that area, but really what you're going to be looking for is just taking it to the outside. So you're going to stretch this ball a little bit further the outside. And this is going to allow you to go ahead and get a little bit more effective running game instead of just the inside zone. Now you can go ahead and attack your opponent with the inside zone, and that actually will allow you to go ahead and take the ball to the inside for some good yards. So if you come out of the 56 trap as one of your base running plays, if you want to go and run in this formation, this will allow you to go ahead and get some major yards to the outside against your opponent. You can see if I had a better running back, I probably would have took that house. Now the first play that really caught my attention in this formation was a play action wide receiver screen. And what's great about this particular play is that it gives you a man read. So you say I've got 3 blockers over there. Now the only thing I don't like about it is that you have to go with the play action, and basically what you do is you have to go. You can hold your trigger to go ahead and eliminate the play action. But my first read is actually going to be off to the left hand side. I'm going to watch to see if any defenders float up into Matthew's slant route. If they actually come down, I'm going to go ahead and pop that right away. If not, I'm going to go into basically the play action route. So the defender actually fell down into that, but from what I understand is you just want to do that. Now here, the slant route is an easy completion. So I've used this type of a concept in Madden passes before. Where basically you can go ahead and attack it. Now, one of the things that is recommended, and this is actually not what I've suggested, this is what Mr. Smith suggested, is that if you do have a defender in the area of the screen, of a zone screen, basically what you want to do is just wait for the ball just a second, and what's going to happen is someone's going to actually it will fall into a block over there. So it's a good way just to go ahead and attack your opponent with just an annoying play. If they're running a lot of cover 2, cover 3 shells, you're going to be able to go ahead and attack them with this screen play, especially with a very athletic wide receiver. And if he does hit you with man coverage, which occasionally happens. That's the fastest way to go and stop a screen. You've got the slant on the back side with the outside wide receiver you can go ahead and attack him with. So let's go ahead and jump into flanker dig and strong curl as the other base plays that we're going to go ahead and use in this game. All right, so with flanker dig, basically you can run this play stock if you want to. But what I like to do is I like to take my hitch route wide receiver and put him in a slant. That gives me another progression. Now my first read is going to be the tight end, and then I'm going to go ahead and hit this running back route because it's so money against the majority of the coverages, especially man coverages. You know you're going to be able to get a big play against it. You've also got the deep corner route right there that you can hit. The defender actually played that perfectly, but with that particular play, it's you know, obviously corners have been so OP over the last couple of years. You can go ahead and tack it against man coverage. So one quick adjustment. This is kind of a quick hiker's dream, and if once again you're going to be attacking your opponent off the left-hand side with this particular play. First play though, one of those things is you want to go ahead and tack them with a quick read right in the middle of the seam if the defender isn't in the area. So that's going to be one of those areas that you want to try to attack your opponent with right away. It's just a high pass lead. You can see no one's getting in that area. It's not going to stop it. So that's what's great about that particular play. So right there, I got a lucky pressure. I got away from that pressure right there. So let's see here. So, and I got a corner route right there to be able to go ahead and just moss him right up the top to be able to get an easy completion right there. So the backside deep in, the deep dig route, I'm not going to actually go ahead and look to that at all. That's not going to be a play I'm going to look to, and you can see pressure over the middle. He's going to essentially have to cover 4 areas in the field, and then if you hit him with this high pass lead with the tight end, he's just going to have basically that outside, the left side of the field is just going to be completely areas that he's going to have to go ahead and stop. So that's what I do like about this particular play, is that you're going to have basically an easy way to go and attack your opponent. He's going to have a hard time stopping basically all these concepts off the left hand side. So let's go and jump into the strong curl, and this is actually where I really appreciate the work of Mr. Smith. He did a phenomenal job breaking down a base play. So in other words, you just go ahead and run it the way it's designed, so you just snap the ball and just make your regressions from there. So the play is going to be strong curl, and we're going to run this against random defenses. So I don't know what I can't really rely on any kind of tendencies whatsoever. So this is basically how the play is set up. I'm not going to make any adjustments now. Basically, you've got spots in the area of the field that the opponent has to defend against. We're going to make our first progression off here to the right hand side. Green Beckham is going to kind of tell us what we're going to be looking at. He's going to be the first place we're going to go. So if it's some kind of a cover 3 shell, we're going to go that way. Now if it's man coverage, this backside wide receiver Matthews is going to have a major release with that, and I can basically either wait for the play to develop across the field, or I can hit it immediately. But we're always going to go ahead and go to the right side. Now what's great about this particular play is that you have 2 routes that you can drop down if it's over underneath coverage. So I've got a flat route that, look, you can see right there, I picked up a good 7 yards on that. It's a great play to go ahead and run in first down situation. I also can do the hitch route, which sometimes can get played by the defender on man coverage, so you got to be very conscious of it. But that flat route will be open, and it's a nice little check down to pick up a good 5 or 6 yards consistently. So that's one thing you want to take in consideration. So also I've got the comeback route. So if no defender actually floats into the red zone, I'm going to just go ahead, do a pass lead down, and just rifle the ball away for the defender, because the defender's not going to be in the area to go ahead and stop that. And if he actually goes ahead and takes an inside cut, you definitely know that's going to be wide open as far as the play. Now we've got a backside wide receiver that you can jump down to. So if that area, if he's putting like a Mabel coverage on the backs on the right side over there, you can go ahead and hit that. But it's just so easy. This is one of those plays that's just so difficult to stop. And if you do it in conjunction with the flanker dig, you're just going to basically go ahead and attack it. Now, this is man coverage, and as you can see right here with man coverage, this wide receiver will get open against that route because of the way the route is somewhat glitchy. He always gets a free release. So my first progression is going to be over here. This is going to be the guy I'm going to look at. As you can see, he gets pushed off the line. The defender is in the area right next to him. My next progression is going to be the flat. The flat is actually covered. I look at my next progression. This guy's got a guy over him. This guy's got a guy over him too. So basically, everybody is getting covered. So what I want to do is just wait for this guy to come over the middle, and then against man coverage, as long as I'm not abusing this play too much, basically he's going to get the separation, and I can hit him over the middle for a big gainer right there for 20 yards. So that's what's great about this particular play, is that basically it will break down every type of defense. It's going to force your opponent to go into basically a hybrid defense to stop it. He's going to have to go ahead and use man coverage, which most good Madden players, elite Madden players, don't use a lot of man coverage, and he's going to have to go ahead and manually defend this guy right here because he's going to get a separation. So once again, if you guys haven't checked out Mr. Smith's channel, you know who he is. You remember, if you've been playing this game long enough, this guy's been providing tips and strategies for the longest time. He's a very knowledgeable person. I want to go ahead and send some love his way, but he breaks down this channel he breaks down this scheme that he ran exclusively for the longest time, the gun Trey open offset, and he shows it with all gameplay channels. So check out his channel, subscribe. I guarantee you that the guy provides probably one of the best content out there. I'm surprised that he had to reset his channel like this. So to my subscribers, I appreciate your support. Hope you guys picked up some tips from it. Once again, I'll be using this in live gameplay with my Eagles playbook to close out the Madden 17 season. I appreciate your support. Until next time.